Welcome to colorful Colorado. Glad to have you here with me. Today I am heading to Great Sand Dunes National Monument in Colorado. Not at all what I was expecting. You can see the sand dunes there off to the left against the mountain. I was expecting more desert and then sand dunes, but it's just a pile of sand dunes right in front of the mountains, which is pretty spectacular. It looks out of place. It looks like dump trucks just came and dumped a bunch of sand there and left. Doesn't look like they belong. It looks pretty cool. Stopping for the obligatory picture in front of the sign. Let's take a walk into the dunes. It's like you're walking to find a secret, and it really is a secret. Who would have thought the biggest sand dunes in North America were in Colorado? There's these huge sand dunes behind me, some of them over 700 feet tall. And then mountains, just normal mountains. Look real closely. Do you see the people in this picture? Look here and here. That gives you some perspective to how large these sand dunes really are. These winds are in excess of 20 miles an hour and it's blowing sand everywhere. It hurts, but I mean, do I look younger from all the exfoliation? And you see that thin layer of sand being blown across the dunes? Experiment here. I'm gonna walk and leave my footprints behind me. And then you can see how the sand being blown around starts to erase my presence. And under 3 minutes, nature completely erased my presence here. Yeah, these winds are obnoxious. It gets in your teeth, it gets everywhere, but that's okay. It's quite beautiful. And that's how these dunes form. The wind blows the sand gets locked into each other, the dunes form, then the wind blows the sand over the top of the dune, and then the next dunes form, and these dunes are constantly evolving. This is the sunset on the dunes. It's kind of cool and really cold. Whew. Welcome to day 2 of the Great Sand Dunes. Get the day started. I got my Pop-Tarts. I've got the bicycle on the back and I am ready for today. That's not true. I am not ready for today. I was exhausted yesterday. I haven't been getting more than 3 or 4 hours of sleep each night, which isn't like me. I usually sleep pretty good. The hotel I'm staying in is cheap. The towels are disgusting, but the bed is clean and it was nice and quiet. So I should have slept well. I didn't. Today, I'm gonna be taking an off-road trail, the Medino Pass. I'm going to drive to the point of no return and then gonna be jumping on the fat tire bicycle to finish riding up through the pass. From what I've been reading, this trail is supposed to have some sand pits, maybe some mud spots, and they said a regular mountain bike won't cut it, and that's why I rented the fat tire bike. The altitude's pretty high. It's been a long time since I've ridden on a bike. I'm just gonna see how far I can go and enjoy it. And this is the point of no return. I'm gonna give you a little lesson here on making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are my absolute favorite trail meal. I always get the natural creamy. And then you've got jelly. I always buy the natural jelly. It's great fuel. It tastes delicious. It's just good instant energy. If you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich the wrong way, you're gonna end up with a soggy mess. The trick is you put a thin layer of peanut butter on both sides of the bread. Peanut butter, use the back of the spoon. Jelly, use the inside of the spoon. Peanut butter on both sides will prevent that jelly from making the bread soggy. I'm 1 mile and 3/4 of a way in now, and the scenery is awesome. I am using the scenery as an excuse to stop pedaling because I am completely out of breath. Air is very thin up here. You go into forested areas, which is gorgeous because of the fall colors, and then you hit the dunes again. So it's forest dunes, forest dunes, forest dunes. The sand is tough. It is super tough riding in it. You get to points where it's so deep that if your gears are too low, all you do is spin the tires, but if they're too hard, you can't move anywhere either. And there's kind of no happy place for me yet. And then you're also going so slow that you can't keep the handlebars straight. So you start to wobble everywhere, and it's just, it's difficult to control. Totally worth it though. I mean, where else do you get views like this? 3.5 miles in. Uh-oh, here's some water. Ooh, water's cold. Some people enjoy spending endless hours on the beach, laying in the sun or in a hammock. That's not me. I love this. Oh, I'm out of breath. My heart rate is high. I'm at an elevation that I'm just not used to breathing in. My feet are soaked. They're cold. Probably gonna get blisters, but you get a sense of accomplishment from it. I really want to encourage you guys to get out and explore. You don't have to rent a fat tire bike. You don't have to do hiking. If you're not able-bodied, you can take a Jeep tour. They have Jeeps that will take you through this incredible canyon. How often have I woken up in the morning, sat on the couch, and then spent ridiculous amounts of hours scrolling through Instagram, catching up on Facebook, pretending like you're more involved in people's lives than what you really are, turning on Netflix, HBO, or Disney Plus, and then before you know it, the day is over and you've done absolutely nothing. No, this is completely different than that. You wake up, your gear's already packed and ready to go. You put some good tunes on and you drive out to the wilderness and you get outside and you immerse yourself in trees, mountains, scenery that is bigger than life. That gets your blood pumping. When I get home tonight and I lay in my bed, I'm not gonna wonder where the day went. I'm gonna know exactly where it went. My muscles will be sore to remind me, but I'll have a true sense of accomplishment. I won't feel like any of this is wasted. No, I won't feel that way at all. One of the greatest things about not being in Florida anymore, I've crossed 3 riverbeds now, and I didn't think twice about an alligator or a snake being in there. And let me tell you, not worrying about those things is great. More rivers. Ooh, this one's deep. Ooh. Oh, not gonna make it. Gonna make it. Woo! Oh, I about lost it there. I didn't think I was gonna make that one. Guess it doesn't matter. I'm already soaked up to my knees anyway. Do you see those logs piled up right there? That's a beaver's dam. That's so cool. Gonna take a breather here. 5.5 miles, 696 feet of ascent from the car. I'm loving every minute of this bicycle. Doing this kind of thing out here, it really just makes you want to go, woohoo! Good thing nobody's watching. I can't get enough stability. Can't get enough traction in the low gear, and the hard gear I can't move on. Let's try this again. Woohoo! Ah, made it. Whew, that was a tough one. Up. Okay, we're walking it. Ain't no shame in that. I have climbed 1,000 feet now in 6.6 miles. Ain't no shame in saying it's hard. Medano Pass, elevation 10,000. That's at mile 11. There's no way I'm gonna make that. I could probably ride for another hour. All right, let's do it. Don't know how much more I can go, but it's like only 3 more miles till the end. I'm at my stopping point. My legs are shot. Climbed 8.25 miles over the course of 2.5 hours. I'm at 9,400 feet for a total ascent of 1,339 feet. Picture it didn't happen, right? One of the things I like about out and back trips versus loops, actually I like loops, I like them all. One of the cool things about a trip like this is where you're going up the mountain and going down the mountain, you get 2 complete separate views. You get the view going up, so you're looking up into the canyon, and then coming down, you get the wide expanse of the view coming out of the canyon. This is great. Being outdoors, it's good. It is very good. I can't talk to you while I'm going downhill because it's really bumpy and I want to make sure I'm focused on not falling off. Well, that's it for the fat tiring bicycle. Celebrating with a little brownie. A couple river crossings that I came across, didn't make it through on the bike. Jeeps had passed in front of me and made the water muddy and I couldn't see where the rocks were at, so I had to put my feet down in a couple spots. That last stretch of sand, it just kicked my butt. Couldn't keep the handlebar straight, didn't have the energy to pedal. This one really wiped me out, but it's cool. Got my shin a little bloody. That's cool. Max speed, 18.3 miles per hour. Total calories burned, 2,040. I'll take that. Did a total of 16.51 miles. Took me 4 hours and 25 minutes, 3 to get up and 1 hour and 25 to get down. And if you're calling BS on me, here is the picture to prove I made it to the top. And here's the GPS record of what I did. Welcome to the butt crack of dawn. Yes, hours like this really do exist. I'm on my way to Sand Dunes National Park for the 3rd and last time. I have the goal of hiking to the highest dune in North America, which sits at above over 700 feet. It's between a 6 and 7 mile hike. Every one step on a sand dune is equivalent to a little over 2 steps on a flat surface. I think it's gonna take me about 7 hours. I'm still sore from the bike ride yesterday. Really only have about 6.5 hours to do it. I need to leave by about 12:30 to make it to Chimney Rock on time because the last entrance is at 3:15. And to prepare for that calorie burn, I got my Pop-Tarts for breakfast. So here's to hoping that we make it to the top and back in time to make it to Chimney Rock. Sunrise and Pop-Tarts. That is the life. Hike 2 miles south down the creek bed until massive pyramid-shaped star dune comes into view. Follow a ridge to its summit. It's pretty easy instructions. This is so cool. Well, I've gone about 1.3 miles and there's a giant star dune. So I'm turning and I'm gonna go up it. I hope that's right because I would hate to get to the top of that to find out it's not the tallest. It's hard to see, but this dune here is high dune. And then this point here is Star Dune, which is supposedly the highest dune in North America. The sky's turning this pinkish red color. I feel like I'm hiking to Mordor. You don't want to hike on the flat part of the dune. You want to hike on the ridge. It's firmer. You don't waste as much energy sinking into the sand. Now you may be wondering, how in the heck did so much sand get here? This used to be Chuck Norris's sandbox, and these are just the ruins of the sandcastles that he built. Even if I don't make it to the top, that few seconds of sunrise where you saw the sun rays peeking through and then the golden dunes against the blue sky. It's not even sky, it's clouds against the blue clouds. That has made every bit of this worth it. Every single bit of it. As you can see, it's overcast. There was just enough space between the peak of that mountain and the clouds for the sun to peek through. This really allows you to see the contrast between the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the sand dunes. Sand dunes are a little deceptive. I'm a little unconvinced now that that's the highest peak. Definitely, for sure, that is what I thought was Star Peak behind me, and I'm higher than that point now, so that is not the highest sand dune. That is over there. Do I really want to hike over there? Let's walk closer to the edge and get a better view, because like I said earlier, these dunes can be deceiving. Ooh, and look, here's a ladybug. To get there, I'd have to go down that ridge, over there, go down a steep thing, and then go up another really steep point to the top. I want to. Oh, I really do want to climb out there. I could do it physically. I'm not a wimp, I promise. Okay, I am a wimp. I just don't have the time. I really want to get to Chimney Rock. I created a little sand avalanche. See if I can recreate it again. Sounded like something vibrating. It's hard to hear, but it's cool. Off the sand dunes now and walking on the riverbed. Look at all of that, just from hiking up dunes. Man, that was very uncomfortable. Not really, I filled that one up. I'll show you. This one's still on. Real amount of sand that was in my shoe from climbing up the dunes. Still quite a bit, isn't it? That hike that we just finished was 5.5 miles, 1,000 calorie burn, total elevation gain of 774 feet. And if you don't believe me, here is the GPS tracker information for you. That is it for the Great Sand Dunes. This was a wonderful visit. If you're out this way, come and visit it. If you're not out this way, find a way to get out this way and visit it. Now on to Chimney Rock National Monument in Colorado.